Uh-oh, somehow the option is not enabled. Give me a minute.
Now we can see that the recording has been started.
Yeah, now
It
it has
shows it
started.
started
Awesome.
recording. Yeah.
Okay, guys, so I'll kick off. Thank you everyone for joining. Just a quick introduction of this group, and then we'll hand it over to Ammar to take it forward. So this is the ANZ D365 FinOps team, and the objective is to um, bring people from ANZ region on a common platform. Just give me a minute. Ammar, can you please admit people as they join?
Yep.
Right. So we first want to thank all the volunteers, speakers, and attendees. Without you, it's not possible. So please keep supporting us and please keep joining the sessions. It's very important that people participate while it is happening. It's easy to watch after, it has been recorded, but then we miss that fun of the connections. All right, so about the group, it is specifically to connect people in Dynamics 365 FinOps space. We started with ANZ region, but people from all the countries and geographies are welcome to join this group and sessions. The objective is to build the knowledge, share the knowledge, and grow together. We know the Dynamics ecosystem is changing quite rapidly. So, and no one can learn everything, but we can learn from each other's experiences. So if you have anything to share, please come forward and let us know. How you can get involved? We are available. We have handles on LinkedIn, Twitter. There is a blog. You can follow these hashtags to keep up, stay in tune with the latest updates from this group. So we are on LinkedIn. Please follow us, join the group, share your updates there as well. And we are also on Twitter. So follow these handles. And what we also do is record all the sessions on our YouTube channel. It takes us a week to sort of edit and upload it, but we try to upload videos within a week after we conduct these sessions. So what we are doing is we are kicking off a journey on advanced warehousing. So this is a big complex topic, can't be covered in one session. So thanks to Ammar and Kasun for taking this up and creating a series of sessions. And this is the first session in that. So this will really cover the basics of advanced warehousing. And in the upcoming sessions, we will talk about more complex scenarios and we will do deep dives in specific processes. So thank you for joining, and this session is really important to get the grasp on the basics of advanced warehousing. Just a quick glimpse on upcoming session. We will be talking about integrations using Power Platform. We have sessions lined up for RSET and the new project operations app and punch out feature. So keep an eye on the channels of this group and stay tuned with us. So with that, I'll hand it over to Ammar to run the session now. Over to you, Ammar.
Thank you, Rajat. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can see the session agenda slide.
Okay. So just give me. Okay. So hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I hope you all will be doing great. I was, super excited for this event that we have just started a series of advanced warehousing. So what I have learned in my previous couple of months about the advanced warehousing, I will be just sharing this knowledge, followed with some other functionality by Kasun, and he's also our MVP. So don't miss those sessions. Okay, so thank you ANZ D365 FinOps team for giving us this platform where we can enhance our knowledge and share our knowledge with the other community members. A big thanks to all the volunteers, including Rachit, myself as well, because I'm also a volunteer of this group and organizer for organizing this event and putting lots of effort. Last year, it was really tough for everyone, and I wish we could come out of this and start a normal life. But the good thing of last year was that we have spent more time with our families and even created a family, which is our own group ANZ D365 FinOps team. So let me tell you about myself. My name is Ammar Khan, and I work as a senior consultant for D365 supply chain. Currently, I am working with DXC Technology based in Melbourne, Australia. Okay, so I have previously worked with some industry giants such as PricewaterhouseCoopers, KPMG, and a vision at a US-based firm. Okay. Uh, explored different various markets. So I have been working in different markets such as Pakistan, Germany, USA, Australia, Malta. And I have also implemented Dynamic 365 in different industries such as manufacturing, retail, and service. And you can, I've done more than 5 to 6 implementation only in pharmaceutical industries. So I have a good process manufacturing knowledge. Okay. Uh, So I love to be a volunteer myself for the good causes. I am working as a volunteer in ANZ D365 FinOps team, which is this group, and also volunteering Pakistan user group, which aim is to provide the latest knowledge of D365 to all the intended users. So a part of this professional contribution, I also contribute socially, and I was actively involved in helping people of my country, Pakistan, when they hit with the earthquake few years back. I'm also a member of ACCA, Association of Certified Chartered Accountants, and I have some latest Microsoft certifications as well. If you want to reach me, you can just reach me on LinkedIn. So you can just search my Ammar Khan name, and I would be there. And we can just share some knowledge of and related to supply chain. Okay. Let's move to our topic. So for today, I have something very simple. So it's what I'm saying that it's a start of series, starting with a very simple thing and going into a complicated topic. So advanced warehousing, everybody says that advanced warehousing is something very complex. Yes, we know that it can be complex, but the first thing is that we have to take it stepwise step. So we have just taken a first foot step by just showcasing you this session so that you can learn about and start the advanced warehousing, and then we can go into different other functionalities and you can just learn about that one as well. So for today, I have something very simple. For those who is just starting with advanced warehousing, I try to keep it simple. Okay. So my topic is how day-to-day operations will be there using advanced warehousing and keeping it simple as well. Okay. So I have an agenda. So first of all, you need to know that how advanced warehousing is helping you guys or helping our clients. And then I have an introduction of advanced warehousing where I will be just listing and showing you some basic advanced warehousing functionality. Then you have to understand the basic warehouse structure. A part of that, there are few product setups related to advanced warehousing, which is really important. You need to know about that one. Then one of the biggest thing in advanced warehousing is location. So we are doing lots of things on the locations. So on the locations, there might be some slides which can help you guys. Okay. Then we have shipment loads and waves, followed with work templates, location directive, wave templates. So these are most setups and even mobile devices. So later on when we will be going, so you will be learning what are these and how we can use them in advanced warehousing. Okay, so I have today a business story. So here I have created a business story. So let's start with the story. There was a father and a son, and the son was recently graduated from the university. So father was running the business. From few days, father was quite unhappy. And why? What was the reason behind it? And the reason was customer complaints. So a part of a customer complaints, he just found that his 1,000 worth of inventory has been expired in the warehouse. He was having many other issues in his warehouse. So what he did, he asked his son to take over the business, and the son went to the warehouse to look what are the problems. And in the end, he got the solution for all the problems with the help of advanced warehousing. So let us see that what was the issues. So just to give you an idea about this one. So when the son went to the warehouse and he just found that there was a very basic warehousing setups were there. Okay, not much commitment required for warehouses processes, and there was a more manual processes. There was no scanning capabilities in that warehouse, and the processes were very easy and simple. That's good thing. It should be easy and simple. But the thing was that the major concern what they did, they basically ship expired inventory to their customer, and the other thing, a worth of inventory was expired. So what was the reason behind it? So he discussed with the warehouse manager, and he just need to, and he know, and after some investigation, he found that the inventory was on the back of the location. So what happens whenever somebody go there at particular location, he just pick from the front end, not from the back end. So the back end inventory get expired because there was no proper work execution created for advanced warehousing, so that the first expiry, first out thing could be picked first. So then there was a other reason that when he went to the warehouse, he also see that when the warehouse workers was packing the goods, they were packing a small goods into a big carton. Okay, so he just found that it is a wastage of a carton, and then he just found one more thing, that when the goods were getting finished from the production, and it was putting into a staging area, and some workers were getting transferred it to the pick locations, and then from pick location they are just picking it again after an hour and just taking it to ship dock. So what was happened, and those orders were a particular sales order which was already created. So there was a duplication of tasks doing by the warehouse worker, and all warehouse was a mess. So, but then he think, and he just found that he just studied a course in his during his masters of ERP, and he just found there was a module of advanced warehousing from the Microsoft D365 HCM, and he just came up with some good functionality of advanced warehousing. So now just what we will be doing, we will be just trying to map, and he tries to map those issues with the advanced warehousing. So when the advanced warehousing comes and he thinks about it, so advanced warehousing is a pure warehouse management system. Okay, so just keep in mind that that person is your client and he's asking from your question, that son. Okay, so he's asking that I need much commitment from my warehouse worker. So yes, you have advanced warehousing option which give you a more commitment to processes. Then he asked you that I need some automated warehouse process. Yes, we have an answer that advanced warehouse give you these options. Then the biggest thing is scanning capabilities. So there was one more issue that they were not able to scan. So D365 advanced warehousing is offering them the scanning capabilities integrated out of the box. Okay. Then if you could remember that thing that they just shipped inventory, expired inventory to their customers, which was very much hectic, or which was a major result in losing their sales and getting the complaints. So what advanced warehousing can help them here? Complex order waiving, picking, packing, and shipping can help them. Then the inventory which was expired on the back, so the inventory shelf was not much, there was no much inventory shelf volumetric or stocking limit. So that's where the goods was reached on the back of the side of the shelf and got expired. Okay, so when advanced warehousing would be there, and this advanced warehousing will be help you in getting a stocking limit of that locations, and you can just give the volumetric weights as well, so that it could be properly maintained. Then you have advanced load and transportation planning, so they can plan that whenever whenever your truck will be going out, and they can just record all the cost related to it and all that stuff. We know that that son knows that advanced warehousing was complex, but he was very much sure that it will give him the more visibility by streamlining his warehouses process. Okay, so these were the few problems in the warehouses, and how the son deal with the help of advanced warehousing functionalities. So these functionalities are not limited to, there are many other functionalities as well. Okay, so there is one thing as well. I just need to tell you guys here that there are questions that do we need to put on advanced warehousing for all warehouses? No, you can use the mixed mode warehouse management approach as well. Depending on the needs of your business, advanced warehouse management can be used for some warehouses, and basic warehouse management can be used at others. So this was a business case of father and son, so how they streamline their warehouses process from basic warehousing to advanced warehousing. So even your client will be asking those questions, or when you will be taking the requirements from them, and they have these types of requirements or these types of issue. So just recommend an advanced warehousing to them so that they can just streamline their processes and they could have a more visibility of their warehouse processes. Okay. Let's move to the next slide, which is more an introduction of advanced warehousing. So a few functionalities I discussed on previous slide, which was related to that business case. So here the warehouse is giving you all the integrations between the different modules, such as manufacturing, quality control, purchase, transfer, sales, and return. So it's not limited to advanced warehouses. Once you are getting on with the advanced warehousing, it can be linked, or it is automatically integrated with manufacturing and quality, purchase, transfer, sales, and other modules. Then we have a few, I have listed down few of the functionality of advanced warehousing. The first one is full control of location, stock limit, and location volumetric. So I just told you before, if I just relate this to my business case, my inventory was getting, damage, and my warehouse worker were putting into one-to-one, and they were not having a record of that, how many stock limit can this location can be sustained. So advanced warehouse functionality will be giving you some configuration on which you can do some stocking limit and location volumetrics. Then inventory properties controlled by inventory status. So you can just maintain your inventory statuses in advanced warehousing. Then advanced warehousing is fully badge and serial item control. So you remember that their expired inventory was shipped to their customers. So when there would be advanced warehousing, it would be help them so that the expired inventory should not be shipped to their customers. Then we have a multiple picking strategies, out of the box support for the next generation of barcode scanners, pallet container types of warehouse processes. So for example, if we have defined in our unit conversion that, for example, we have our 50 cartons can make one pallet. So this can be, something which can be picked, and the advanced warehousing will be proposing the warehouse worker, or it will be creating a work related to pick only one pallet, not whole cartons. Okay. So a part of this, we have a manual and automatic movement inventory as well. The next is fully integrated quality control, full traceability of worker material handling. So one of the problem of father and son business was that, everybody was blaming, every warehouse worker was blaming each other. Okay, so nobody was taking the responsibility. What was actually which warehouse worker is responsible for what? So when there would be a warehouse work, so it would be a full traceability of workers' material handling. Then there is manual packing and automatic containerization support. So when the son visited the warehouse and he found that somebody was packing a small good into a big carton, which was a wastage of a carton, and the whole big carton was taking much time in packing. So what advanced warehousing will help them? The advanced warehousing can propose them the carton. For example, if we have done a configuration of containerization on the back of the system, so what advanced warehousing will be doing? It will be proposing that for this 5 quantity of goods of that particular item, this carton size is best, and they can just create a carton or propose a carton on that. Then we have option of a cross docking, which I just discussed, that there was a duplication of duties or duplication of work. For example, what is cross docking? Cross docking is something we will be going into detail in our later session, followed by custom. So cross docking is something when we are producing our goods, or we have already a sales order. So if it would be on the staging area, it should directly move to the shipping location. The system should propose the work to move from the staging location of after we just report has finished the production order, it would directly go to that shipping dock. Okay, same like for the purchase order, we can also do that. So we have a purchase, we were having a purchase order, we created the sales order. So whenever we will be receiving a purchase order, it will be directly not going into the warehouse put location or pick location or bulk location. It will be directly going to the ship location to our customer, so that it could be directly shipped to customer. And so we save that time of putting it in the pick location, and then again picking it from the pick location and putting into a ship dock. So I always say this is really important thing which you need to understand before starting a advanced warehousing. So I always try to, when I started learning advanced warehousing, this was the first picture or the diagram which helped me understanding how the warehouses work. So mostly of our clients, many big organization, warehouse structures are mostly like that. It might be complicated, would be a flooring, there might be floors and something like that, but it most probably these are like this. So just start with that. What is that inbound dock? So whenever you are receiving the goods from your vendors, it will be coming from this inbound dock. So you can just see the two gates. These are inbound dock. So what we do, we unload the truck and put the goods into a staging area. So this is a staging area, which is a temporary area, and we have a location of received, or we have to create a receive location in Microsoft D365 to get, to get this record, to get this recorded. Okay. And this is more you can say that at this stage of time, you are registering a good. Okay. So here you are assigning the badge number, you are putting the labor and all that. After you just have a goods here, so somebody from the warehouse worker, you can see that this is a lifter. The lifter would be coming, or a warehouse person would be coming, who will be picking this and putting back into a bulk location or a pick location here. So this is a more a storage area. Okay, so this is a storage area. Here you can find the bulk location as well. Here you can find a pick location as well. Later on, I will just be telling you that what is the difference between a bulk location and a pick location. Okay, now coming to this is the outbound. So outbound means something which is going out of your warehouse. So for example, you created a sales order. So once the warehouse work will be created for a sales order, so your lifter will be going into these areas, a storage area. He will be picking the goods, and it might be a possible that he will be putting into a packing area. So there are two options. You can configure that option into D365 Advanced Warehousing Supply Chain. It would be that some organization want that it should be first come into a packing area and then move to a shipping area. But some organization who don't have a much complicated process of packaging or something like that, so they can directly pick from the storage area, and then they can move it to directly to the shipping area. And then it could be a outbound dock, and it can easily be sent to your customers, your goods. Okay, so this is the diagram. This is the structure you need to be in the mind while configuring advanced warehousing, and it's quite really important. Okay, so when you will be configuring D365, there will be some product setups required for advanced warehousing, which are really important. Let's start with the reservation hierarchy. The reservation hierarchy setups allow you to reserve inventory at different levels without providing details about where to reserve and what dimension to reserve on. Okay, so it's basically allowing you without providing more details about the dimension to reserve on. This let you postpone specific details such as the location or license plate to make the reservation on. So you give the authority to your warehouse worker, for example, to just pick the location, or system the system propose you the identify location or a license plate to get it picked from. So this is the reservation hierarchy, which is basically a hierarchy of storage dimension used for reserving inventory in warehouse management. So the first setup is reservation hierarchy. The second setup is unit sequence group. So what is a unit sequence group? The unit sequence group is something which includes units of measure that range from the smallest to the largest unit, which can be used for your products and warehouse operation. Just take an example of any particular inventory, which has our smallest unit is each. After that, it has a unit of a carton. So for example, 50 or 100 each is equal to one carton. And after 50 carton is equal to one pallet. So what we have units, we have the smallest unit each. We in the middle of the units, we have carton, and the biggest unit is pallet. So we can see that these are the sequence. So when we will be, so we have to create this unit sequence group. Then we have a storage dimension group. you all will be very much familiar with the storage dimension group. These are the basically a storage dimension such as site and warehouse. Okay, and then physical dimension group as well, which is a tracking dimension group such as serial number and batches. So it's depend on your basically requirement that whether you want to record your inventory on the basis of on the basis of uh, on the basis of batches or serial. So there is a note here. So your warehouses should be set up with advanced warehousing checkbox. So when you are configuring the advanced warehousing checkbox on the warehouse level, you have to put your advanced warehouse a checkbox so that it can recognize that I am a advanced warehouse. So these are the 4 setups. So don't skip these setup, otherwise you cannot continue with the advanced warehouse. Then we have some locations. So location, everybody has, in the past year, they have learned about sites, warehouses, but we never go into the deep down. Or if we have not implemented advanced warehousing, we never go into the deep down of locations. So here you will be going into deep down of location as well when you will be implementing advanced warehousing. So what is location format? Location format is same like, there was it, for example, how the location format would be shelf, rack, aisle. So you can give the number as well. A1, 01, A1 is the aisle, then 02 is the shelf and all that. So you can just put your location into a sequential manner or a location in a format so that it can be easily accessible and all that. Then we have a check digit. Check digit helps the order filler find the right location. Check digit are especially useful in warehouse environments that use vocal ordering, and an additional 2-digit number is assigned to each location number. So you can just, what you can do, you can just assign a 2-digit number and it will be on the top of the location. So your warehouse worker will be adding the check digit to get his work executed. Then we have location stocking limit. So which I discussed it before as well, that you can just put that this is the location where only item A or this product can come of 200 quantity. So this is more a stocking limit. Then we have a location profile. So location profile, every location should have a profile. So in the profile, we will be defining that whether this profile would be maintaining the mixed items, mixed batches, whether this location profile will be using um, uh, sorry, I just will be using some different stock counts, for example, any stock counts or some any other things. Okay. Then we have location types, so which can be controlled where certain actions can be performed. For example, we have bulk location. So which I discussed, I was telling you what is exactly the bulk location, the area in the warehouse where receive items are stored until they are transported to a pick location. So it could be a staging area as well or a bulk location as well. Bulk location are used to replenish picking location as well when the stock decreases. So what happened when you ever went to a Costco or any big warehouses? So you can see that first shelf, which is on your height, you can see that you can just pick the goods from there. So it would be a pick location. But on the top of that, there are pallets there. So that we called it bulk location. So what happened when in that pick location, the inventory will get less or the inventory will be get reduced to a certain level or even zero level. So what will happen? System will propose to replenish it from the bulk location to pick location. Okay. Then we have a picking location, the area where items are stored until they are picked to shipment. They are kept here to guarantee that they can be easily picked. The picking location is used for picking small quantities of an item as well and a big quantities of as well. An item can have only one picking location in each warehouse. Then we have an inbound dock. So the location in the warehouse where goods are received, and outbound dock, the location in the warehouse where goods are shipped from. Then we have this fixed locations. So what you can do, you can just put the fixed products of product variants into your product as well. For example, you can just create locations if I'm buying the milk or I'm buying the meat or any other general item. So what will happen if you have put in the fixed location? It will be directly going to that refrigerate area, which relates to milk, and then it will be going to for meat. It will be going to chilled area. So you can just put some fixed locations as well as on relation to your product and product variants. Okay, then we have shipments, loads and wave. What is shipments? So shipment is basically a delivery address. So on the sales order, there is a delivery address. So we can just say that these are a shipment. Then we have loads. So there are a group of shipment to be put on the truck. So there might be 5 to 6 shipment you are putting into a truck. So here you can see that it's a load. Okay, then we have a wave. So what is a wave? A group of shipment to be processed in the warehouse. So there are groups of shipment which is processing in the warehouse. So wave helping the shipment to process in the warehouse. So this is, you have multiple sales order. With the multiple sales order, you create a shipment. It can be these all type of shipment can be moved to one load, and then it can be moved to your destination, which could be your customer destinations. Okay. Okay, the other setups, now these are the all other setups which are getting started. The work templates. So what is a work template? Basically, work template is a tool that warehouse management uses to create work at various points in the system. For example, if I take the example of a purchase order. So what do you think there might be works? There might be a work that when your truck will be coming to your warehouse, so you will be picking the goods from the truck and putting into the staging location or a bulk location. Or there might be a possibility that after that, somebody will be picking the goods from the bulk area and putting into a storage location, which would be the pick area. Okay, so these are the works. So you have to define these work for every document, such as sales order, transfer orders, production orders, purchase orders. So here you can just see, I will be just going into these setups when I will be just showing you the small demo. Then we have a location directive. System needs something to some configuration to think how the system will be proposing that from where to pick and where to put. Okay, so in the location directive, you give the system the configuration. So on the back of the system, you give the location directive actions that whenever this purchase order would be coming of this particular product, it could go to the fixed location, which is a location A. So these type of things you are giving here. And for example, here you have to also give for the purchase order, sales order, all your documents, you have to give the location directive. So basically, what I can say that this is the engine on the back of the system, which you will be configuring. So the system can propose from where to pick, from where to put, or from where to, these type of things to the exact locations or a fixed locations. So these type of thing, if you will be configuring this one, the system will think smartly on that. Okay, so mostly I have found that during my implementations, these are the few setups, location directive, which take little bit time. A complex setups is there. So, but over the passage of time, once you will be going into deep dive of advanced warehousing implementation, you will be just updating it and configuring it according to the cases. Okay, then we have wave templates. So I just told you what is wave template. Wave templates are used to manage automatically your work or shipping waves and production waves. So here, here you can just find that there is a containerization here. For example, so here you can just find that you can just select the method, whatever waves do you want. Do you want to create a load? You need to allocate the wave. If you want to replenish, for example, you can replenish, which I told you. For example, whenever you create a sales order and when you release the sales order to the warehouse and you don't have a specific inventory into your warehouse to be picked from the pick location. So what will system will create a work as well on the back of the system that first replenish it from the bulk location to pick location so the warehouse worker can pick it from there. Or just sometime it happens that you want to just take the inventory if something is not there on the pick location. So what you can do, you can go to the bulk location and pick the inventory and directly go to the ship dock. So here are the few configurations which you will be doing about your sales order waiving and all that shipping waiving. Then we have a set of a mobile device menu. So as you know that advanced warehousing work through mobile devices. So you have to set up the mobile devices, for example, that when I will be doing or doing any of the work of the warehouse, how it would be uh, displaying on my screen. Okay, either it could be any screen, a RF devices screen, or a mobile device screen, or my laptop screen. Okay, so these are the mobile device menus. For example, here you can see that there are inbounds, outbounds, inventory, production, quality, where you can just put all the functions you will be doing through mobile devices. So you have to create the mobile devices. Just to repeat, you have to do inventory, some product setups. After that, location directives, work templates. Then you have to do the wave template. And then in the last, mobile device menus are the important. Okay, so you have now done these all configuration. Now, how you could execute your warehouse mobile functions. So there are three ways to execute your mobile function. The first one is you can install a Dynamic 365 for finance and operation warehousing app in your RF devices. So if you have ever been to warehouse, you could see that there are many RF devices there which you can use, and you can install the Dynamic 365 finance and operation warehousing app, and you can just have these menu items there, and you can do your warehouse work from there. Then you have a warehousing app as well, which Microsoft has given this for use. So you can just install this warehouse app on your mobile phone or your tablet, and you can use it from there as well. Okay, so this warehousing app is getting a good contribution by Microsoft. So you can have a good pictures here. You can store whatever the pictures you have stored on your product information management. It could come here, and it can help warehouse worker who are new to recognize the goods as well. Then we have a web emulator. So when you will be going into your environment, so mostly would be having when you will be as a consultant, you will be testing the environments or on the client environment. So you know mostly these two are not available readily on a first go. So what you do, you can just do the this use web emulator, which can help you on that. Okay, so these are mostly used by the consultants or functional consultants or testers, these web emulator, which I will be also using today in my demo. Okay, let's talk about the basic inbound process flow and how it goes into advanced warehousing. So you create a purchase order. After the purchase order, your vendor truck comes into your warehouse. So there is an arrival at warehouse dock, and the registration take place. The registration of goods take place, which is saying that the goods has been basically has been put into a staging area and get registered. Then you have to transport from that staging area to your pick location. Please make sure you do not pick any warehouse worker. You have to pick the cartons from that and put into a warehouse locations. Okay. And then we have a put away. So you pick those cartons and then you put into your locations. So you can just see that in a good manner. You have some sequential locations where you have put in the goods. So I will be going through a small demo of this one, so you could have an idea of that. Then we have a basic outbound process flow. So what is that? Somebody creates a sales order. Your sales representative create a sales order. After creation of sales order, you release order to the warehouse so that the warehouse worker can know the work and they can start their operations. Then we have a picking from warehouse location. So this time you need to make sure that you never pick your warehouse worker. You have to pick the cartons from that picking locations. Okay. Then this option is, some clients want this option. Some has a complicated business process that you need to put into a staging area, then which is a packing where you will be doing the packing, and then you can move to the shipping location. The other thing is that you can directly pick it from the pick location, and then you can directly move it to a shipping dock as well, where it will be put into a truck by your lifter or your warehouse worker. So this is a basic outbound process flow, which is mostly used in the organization. Let's go into the demo, and then we can have the little bit of demo. Just hold on. Okay, so what I have done today, just give me, sorry. Okay, you can see my Dynamics AX screen.
Yes, Ammar. Yeah.
Yes, Ammar. Yes, yes.
Thank you. Okay, so if I go into procurement and sourcing, what I have done, I have already created a purchase order. Apologies for that if my environment will be a little slow. It's Saturday today, so it's slow as well, like me. Okay, so we have a this purchase order, which is 278. Okay, let us open this purchase order 278, and I can just show you what. So what I have done, I have a product which is item number 2. So I have some variant as well, having a black color and a size 1, and I have a warehouse site and site which is INT and the warehouse. Okay, before going into this one, this this is normal purchase order. Everybody know how to create the purchase order. I will be going into a few areas where I just want to show you that the setups which I was talking about. So you can just go. If you go into the warehouse management, okay, so here you can just find into the setups. There are different setups. So the first setup which I was talking about was of this work, which is work template. Okay, so here you have to define that the pick and put, and this would be the mandatory, and here you have to define for all the documents. Okay, so whatever you are doing, you are just defining. You can just create multiple work templates with some multiple queries, because it might be the possible that few products would be having a different pick or put. Some need packaging, some don't want need packaging. So this would be the configuration where you will be defining the work. Then you have those, if I go back and go into the locations directive, this was there with, I was referring to our engine, basically. So here you have to define for the every warehouse, but don't worry, we have a copy option as well. So if you need to keep it, for example, if you have 10 warehouses, you have to create the 10, this location directive, or you can use this copy option to create, or you can just create manually. So here I am defining the warehouse site, and here I'm just putting that the how much from quantity would be to quantity. And if I want to restrict any of the unit that this for this particular warehouse and for this particular location, it would be specifically restrict to that particular unit. Then we have a location directive here. So which I was just talking, that we can just put there that it would be a fixed and non-fixed locations both. It could be only a fixed location. It could be a fixed location with a product variant as well. Then we have this strategies. So this strategies, this is quite complicated as well. So over the years, you will be learning these one as well. That for example, consolidate means it will what will happen that your item A was in location 01. So whenever you will be receiving the item, it will be taking into the same location. So it means that it is consolidating your item into a same location. So these are the few basically strategies which you can use. Okay. Then we have this wave template, which I discussed with you guys and was showing you. So here we have a wave template. Okay, so here you can just set up some wave template. You can just set up the wave template for your shipping, your production order, your Kanban orders as well. So here you have an option which I was talking about, the replenishment and the containerization. If you want to add, you can add, or if you don't want to add, you can not add. So replenishment, if you could remember that when you will be releasing the sales order, so if there is no inventory in the bulk, so it can be the system will propose you the work to transfer the inventory from bulk to the picking location. And then there is a containerization. So containerization, if you could remember that problem, which was having a son of putting into a big cartons. So the system can propose the containerization according to what the configuration you have given. So these are the few setups. Then in the last, it was mobile device menu. So here you have to create the mobile device menu items where you have to, for example, if I give you the example of purchase receive. So here you are just defining that what actually you will be receiving. So at the time of receiving the purchase order, there are different options to receive the purchase order. You can just directly do the purchase order through load receiving as well. For example, load means that there might be a 3 purchase order which will be coming from same vendor, and he has sent it collectively. So you can just create a one load of 3 purchase orders, and then you can just receive that load. So here you will be just giving the configuration for each menu items. Okay, if you want to generate the license plate at the time of receiving, you can just give the here as well. And if you want to group the license plate, you can just group the license plate as well. Okay. Then there is a put away option. So here you have given the put away options, that what put away options are there, that how it would be a system directed or a user directive. Okay, so these are the few mobile menu items which you have to give. And then after creating the mobile menu items, you have to add into these menus. For example, when I would be if I would be the warehouse person, and I will be opening this into my mobile device or my RF device. So it would be a main menu, inbound menu, outbound menu, inventory. So if I talk about the inbound menu, so you can see that the inbound menu, I have these receiving and put away, which I will be showing you now. Okay, so these are the setups which you have to do. Okay, let us go to the purchase order. Just copy the purchase order number and now do the receiving. So I have that warehouse execution emulator. So I have just installed that emulator or just configured that one. So I will be giving my password here. Okay, so here you can see I am just logged in. So if you are a warehouse worker and you have just installed it into your device, your mobile device, your RF device, so the menu would be coming like this, which I was showing you. So let us go into the inbound. When I go into the inbound, there are different options which you have created, which I have created, but we can use all these options according to our processes. So first, purchase receive. So if I go into the purchase receive, if I give the PO number and just enter it, okay. So here you can just, if your vendor is sending the shipping note, you can scan those vendor PO numbers as well. Or after that, you can just, through the barcodes, you can scan the item as well. Here, I don't have any barcode scanner, so I'm just putting it and doing the entry. In the practical world, you can just scan the items as well. Then we have this quantity. Okay. I hope that how much the purchase order was. Just to check, it was 6 quantity. Let's receive 6. Okay. And click OK. So see, I'm just purchase receiving. So what I will do, once I will be doing the purchase receiving, it will be basically registering my item. Once I click OK, now my quantity is 6. Now you can see that my work has been generated. So it has been moved to a staging block and the goods has been registered. So let's go to the purchase order and see the work details. When I go into the work details, you can just find that the system has created the work, which is a pick. And so now the system, we have registered the good. The system is saying that pick it from the receive area, which is a staging area, and put into a pick 004. So the other warehouse worker would be coming, and what he will be doing, he will be going into cancel, and he will be going into different menu item. So for example, inbound, and previously we went to the purchase receive. Now he will be going to the put away. So it means that he's picking the goods from somewhere and putting it. So the system is saying that it is a user directed, where you pick it from receiving locations or put into somewhere into that, sorry, it's a pick from the receive, and now it will be showing you put into a pick 04, which is our location. And it can be a fixed location as well, or system could propose a empty location as well. And this is the license plate, because on the menu item, we all said that generate the license plate. So the automatically license plate is getting generated. The 6 quantity, and click OK. So if I could go back to my warehouse work, so see this warehouse work is currently open, and once I refresh it, you can just find this warehouse work has been completed. So, and there are user IDs there. So if you could remember the Sun problem, that nobody was taking the claims that who has done what, and everyone is blaming each other. So this user ID can help him as well, that Sun, to know about that who worker has done what. Okay, so this was a basic purchasing cycle, which I tried to just tell you. Let us go to quickly, because we need to keep in mind that we have only 9 minutes. So we can go into sale order. So what I did, I have already created a sales order as well. Okay, which one is this one? 00887. Okay, if you could see that the sale order is of 3 quantity. Okay, if I scroll on the right hand side, you can see all the information. It's the same item it is picking from. So here you have to do one thing. What you need to do, you need to first reserve the inventory. Okay, so if I go into inventory and try to do the reservation, okay, so here I will be reserving this slot. So the 3 quantity has been reserved, and now I can just after releasing it, reserving it, I have to release it to a warehouse. So once I release to the warehouse, it will give you this message: work has been created under work build this. Okay, so if I could see there in the warehouse and go into the work details, you could find that the system is proposing you to pick it from 04 location and move it to a bay door. So bay door is another name of a shipping dock. So from where the goods will be dispatched to customer. So here you could find that it's more a simple process where I'm not taking it to a packaging area. Sometimes it might be here possible that if you want to take it to the packaging area, then there would be a 4 works. First, it would be pick 004 to the packaging area. Then other worker would coming from the somewhere else and will be picking from the packaging area and will be putting into a bay door. So it's all it's all basically depends on your client requirement, what exactly they want. Okay, so here again, so what I will be doing, I will be just copying this work ID, because what my warehouse worker will be going there and he will be scanning this, he will be putting this work ID. And after that, this time I will be going again into my menu item. And this time I will not be going into inbound, I will be going into outbound. So if you could see that outbound, and if I go into the sales picking, and I will be just putting that ID, click OK. Now it is asking for me the license plate. So what happened? My locations as a license plate track. It is add on the track. So it will be asking me for the license plate. If I go there and go back to my item and just pick that license plate from the inventory, that on-hand inventory screen. So I will quickly go to the on-hand inventory screen. Sorry for some delays. Okay. I will go to the manage inventory, on-hand inventory. Okay. Then you can just find that our location was pick 004. Let us just filter that one, pick 04. So we have that one. So we have many license plate. So let us take this one because we receive it. So this license plate I will be using. Okay, I will be putting the license plate. The quantity is 3, but actually inventory is there of with the 6 quantity. Once I click OK, so it is saying me target license plate because my inventory was not full. Utilize if it will not ask for you the target license plate if you have to call the 6 quantity. So for example, just putting any license plate and click OK. So it is picking from that 04 and putting into a bay door. You can see that this is put function and it is putting into a bay door. Once I click OK and I go back to my sales order, and if you could remember that work for the warehouse, close it and just try to open my warehouse work. Now it should be closed because now I have put it into a bay door. See, now the work has been completed by Mr. Ammar Khan, and it has been picked from pick 04 and has been put into a Beto. So this was a very basic business processes. But if you are starting with the advanced warehousing, just try to take a grip of it so that you can continue with some more complicated. So my advice, or what I have done when I just started learning advanced warehousing, I never make it complex. Just try to just configure a few things and just try to test it. Then on top of it, just configure more things, and then you can continue with your cases, because mostly the issues comes in the location directives, or these wave templates and something like that. So these are the few basic setups which are really important and which depends on the client to client scenarios as well. So this was all from my end. We will be covering a cross-docking whole functionality who will be covered by Kasun. So stay tuned with us. And after that, we are just planning for other sessions as well. And I would, on this forum, I would like to ask some speakers if they want to join us for the advanced warehouse and want to share their knowledge, just come with us. Thank you very much. Rajit, do we have any questions?
Yep. Thanks, Ammar, for the session. Yes, we have few questions if we can take.
Yeah.
So one question is from Ritesh. So the question is, how does advanced warehousing license cost work in Dynamics 365 for operation? Can we buy it just for few warehouses or few users?
See, when you are buying the SCM license, so what I have, might be wrong, but I'm very, what I have found, I have never faced this question. But when I'm buying that SCM one, so I don't have any, should not be having any other license, for example. So there are few licenses which can be used for advanced warehousing. So Ritesh, or whoever this asked the question, I will go into the drill down of it and I will send you the document for that. But I'm sure that when you are buying the license for SCM, so what you have to just install the app and just use that, and you can create as much as users as you can. So here, just to give you an idea, here we are creating warehouse users. Okay, so workers. Okay, so these are the workers. For example, that here Ammar Khan was there. So I don't need any license. If I have supply chain that license, so I have to just, the emulator I was just using, so I can just use it. But it might be something, if new has come, I will check and come back to you, man. Thanks for just raising this question.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, I don't think licenses required for this.
Yeah.
You can create a number of workers. Warehouse workers. Yeah.
No, there is no license required, Ammar, for sure.
Yeah.
There is there is no license required for that. Yeah. It is only the worker that has to be created.
It has to be created. Yeah. That was I was thinking, but
yes.
Microsoft is changing every day, licensing thing.
No.
I'm always,
No, you are right. Maybe. But yes, you have to be sure on that. You are right.
Great. Thanks for validating that, guys. Ammar, we'll take one more question quickly. Yep. So is reservation hierarchy specific to item or warehouse?
No, it's basically you are putting the reservation hierarchy on the item level. Okay, so basically whether you need to reserve the inventory on the batch level or serial number, or on the batch or serial level would be above location or below location. So these are the few things which you need to decide. So it's on the item level.
Great. Thanks for that, Ammar. So just to summarize, so really like the way you started with that story of father-son problem, and you kept referring to it when you were giving the demo. So that was really helpful. And thanks for explaining the setups in detail and bringing some pinch of humor in between. Don't pick warehouse workers, and giving us a quick glimpse of PO receive and sales order outbound process. So thanks a lot for that, Ammar. That was a wealth of knowledge. And yep. So thanks everyone. The floor is open for some time if you guys want to unmute and say something.
Rachit, regarding license. Hello, Rachit.
Yeah, sure. You can ask. I think from the licensing point of view, Rachit would be a more expert person.
Yeah. So for mobile device, if we are using mobile app for picking and receiving, it's required license. But if we are going to use Windows simulator for that. That's not required. Is that correct, right?
Yeah. Windows emulator. Yeah, you can just this is the URL which you can use it. So I can just share one thing. Just hold on. So here you can just see that this is the URL which you have to just do from action here, warehouse work execution, and this is the URL. I can just put it. So
Apart from this URL, there is a Windows simulator app, Windows app. There's a simulator for that. Even that would not require any license.
no. That's a
No, no,
free app.
no, Sanjay. That is
Yeah.
it doesn't require any license.
But
This is the
if we are
URL which yeah
yes,
Amar,
yes.
yeah.
But if we are going to use same app on the mobile device, that would require, right?
Yeah. But that is free. Even for example, if you want to just download the app and just want to use it, so you can just use it.
Use it
But before,
where? For Windows or for mobile app? I mean
For
Android.
mobile app, Sanjay, for mobile app, it
It's
is
free.
free for mobile app.
it is right.
Is it so? I
It
mean,
is yeah, it
this
is
one
free.
was
See, he has showcased you three scenarios where there is RF scanner.
Yep.
Yes,
mm-hmm,
RF
Right.
scanner. You have to buy a hardware for that, and then
correct.
you have to configure the D365 menus over there. One thing.
Mm-hmm,
Second
right.
thing is the simulator, which is again you can have this URL and you can use it. And third one is the mobile app, which is absolutely free and you can download to your mobile and use it. Yeah. So he can. These are
Oh,
the
really?
three. Yes. But
Yeah.
yes,
So
Okay.
if you have RF scanner, you have to buy the hardware and then you can use that with respect to Dynamics 365. You have to configure
Yes,
that.
but
There,
if we are
yeah,
using mobile device, we don't require this RFS scanner as well, right? Mobile will solve that
yeah,
purpose.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely,
But
But
absolutely.
yeah, just to add on, yeah, we can easily install that this app into a mobile device. But the cameras of a
Yeah.
mobile phone are not much, up to date, or they usually mistake in scanning as compared to RF devices.
And this mobile app is very much limited to some of their menus. Means if
Yep.
you want to have more menus and more visibilities, let's say you want to replenish from one area to another location, and
mm-hmm,
also you used to have RF scanners in place. So this mobile app is very much limited. That's the only limitation it has, right?
okay.
Otherwise, it is very much good to use and all. Yeah.
Yeah, but just to give you an example, I found that in Zara, I
Mm,
have found that I was just discussing with one person. They are using Apple iOS devices, tablets,
mm,
to just
mm.
do scanning, but they have a additional and-on camera on that, so which they use it for the scanning. So yeah, that's why I was saying that
Yeah.
Microsoft is still working on that. So still Microsoft needs some time to just establish this app, but and
That's the,
even
I
the
mean,
yeah.
For
correct.
for small warehouses, it is good to use. And
Yep.
for big warehouses where there is a production facility, where there is shipments, like Ammar has told that there are many bulk areas and picking areas, you have to have a RF scanner in place so that it can work and it can be more flexible. That's the only thing.
Yep.
Right.
But RF
Generally,
scanner is only required when you are using PC or that for PC, not for, with the mobile, right?
See,
Mobile
RF
device is
devices,
not required.
if you have visited the warehouse, RF devices is something which is a specialized device which used for scanning the warehouses things. So that is, the if you want to use on your desktop, then use Web Emulator, which will help you to, to execute the work.
Right.
See,
Correct.
Sanjay, if you go and find the RF scanner on Google, na, you will find many RF scanners.
Ah,
Some
right,
some
right.
scanners are only having scanning facility, and some scanners does have the hardware
Yep.
where you can have various menus and you can use your RF scanner like that, right? So it does have the facility of having menus along with RF scanner, and some scanners are only having RF scanner where they can put the light of means this red light and then they can scan it. That's the only thing. So there are many RF scanners
Right,
which are
right.
available, right?
The
So
problem actually, we are just implementing with one customer and they actually want to use it mobile device, but we came across through some other sources that if you are going to use mobile app for scanning and for it's
Mhm.
advanced warehousing, you do require explicit license. But if you use Windows Simulator, then you won't. So we recommended to
No,
use
no.
that one. I mean, based on that feedback.
Yeah, no,
But
this mobile app is free. This
yeah,
mobile app is free, but again, mobile should have the scanning
app is
facility
free.
also,
Yes,
right? So
yes,
mobile should
yes,
have the
yes.
scanning facility also to scan it. So
Hmm.
that should be there in the mobile. So that's why he was saying that they are using iOS, yeah, Apple tablet for Zara
Yes,
and all, right?
yes,
So it does have the scanning facility also.
yes,
So
yes.
most of the mobile does not have scanning facility. So mobile should have the scanning facility. Then
Scanning
you can
facility.
use that.
Correct.
Yeah. Then you can use that app. Yeah. But yes,
Thank you.
simulator.
Yep.
Yeah, simulator is free. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is more used by the functional consultant when you are testing. You will be using this.
Yeah. Yeah. You can just add this URL to the chatbot,
Yeah. Sure.
Amar. Yeah,
Yes.
that is again, it will be useful for the guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. WHS work execute, and this was means this has been used since 9 AX 2012 R3.
Yeah. 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 It's quite old. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your suggestions and
yeah, what do you, Rajat?
No worries. Thanks a lot, guys. That was a nice discussion, and this is the reason to have everyone joining the call so that we can get more inputs and ideas from the audience as well. So thanks a lot, guys, for adding those comments. So with that, I wish you all a very happy weekend. Stay tuned with this channel, and we are having more deep dives in advanced warehousing space in coming weeks. So thanks a lot for joining, and happy weekend.
Thank you, Rachit. Thank you.
All right.
Thank
thank
you.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Amar.
Same
so
to
much.
all.
Yeah.
Same to
Thanks.
Thank you
Have a
all.
nice
Yes.
weekend.
Bye
Bye.
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 Thank you.
It
Happy
was a
weekend to
nice
you.
session. Nice session,
Okay.
Amar. Very good.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. Thanks for the
Thanks.
feedback.
Thanks, Amar. Bye bye.
Very good, man.